Hornet action. Been scooting around doing different things all day. Just haven't had a chance to see my new tent I've been testing. Just having a look at, not really testing it. It's a Nemo Hornet ultralight 2-person tent. Oh, I see it's covered with some friendly visitors. Get off my tent. You're at Brother Rock's. It's a flat spot I could find nestled in the river bluffs. I'm a hammock dweller. I mean, you know, like a tent. Oh, bird pooping on it and everything. Go in a tent, it's so confined. Like a hammock, you're just out there, you know. We'll take a look at this tent. You got pretty good and high-tech figured adjustment system here where you can taunt your fly and stuff. It's got some little poles that keep it up. It's got a, it has, not got. It got a ridge, brother. I like the one pole, you know, the 3 Caterpillar rules, 3 points of connection, right? I tried some earlier this year, or over the winter, that came down and then they went here and here with the poles, and which are completely freestanding, whereas you kind of got to stake this out. But I just liked the ridge, made sense. Now the one thing about this, and it has this blemish in it, and I don't know if just somebody at some point had this tent before me or what, but sure, like REI, I get a lot of stuff from. You get it for a year if you remember. You can decide in case you're pouring concrete or doing something for most of your life. I'll get in here. Couple little Velcro. One thing you'll notice it doesn't really have that you see on some tents, a little popper to flip up and vent the top. I'm not a total tent guy, so you know, I don't know how much difference that makes. It is an ultralight tent. Another thing you notice with it is it things like you're used to 2 zippers. Like what I mean by that is you can have it here and you go either way. It has 1 zipper. This is kind of cool. You can, I just left it unhooked because I wasn't sure. I'm just getting in and out. But it's a tiny little, doing it one-handed is hard with the video camera, but you can see it kind of pulls the tent out a little bit. This is a 2-person tent. They put a strap here. It looks like you can adjust it, but you really can't adjust it. So it's kind of a little deceptive. You'd think, oh, well, I could grab that and pull it. And a lot of Nemo stuff, they just figure you need the 1 adjuster and the 1 in. A person could picture doing something like that. You open up the tent, and first thing is you're like, what am I do with the doors? You can kind of wind them back, and they have a little toggle. It's always a good test to one-hand things with a video phone. You just, yeah, that's pretty, I feel like that's pretty nifty and user-friendly, but also pretty close to that little cord. So either way, I can't pick it apart. We'll just go in it. The big Agnes, you kind of flop it through, and it's got a big thing there. And you can take a look at it. There's just a bike pack, a kayak pack, a thicker X-Ped down inflatable mat. If you want to use size as a guide, I'm about 5'11", and my, you know, if I put my feet against the near the end, my head comes here, probably about a foot over my head, 10 inches maybe. And again, you can go out either end of the, you know, because it is a quote 2-person tent. They do, you can squeeze 2 20-inch mummy pads or whatever. I don't know the specs. It's like 55 or 53 here and like 43 down there. Oh, here's a look. You can see that little thing configured. And I don't know who all I'm talking to when I do these, but One thing I like about a doors on either side is when it's pouring down rain and you're just drenched. Come in on one side, just throw your backpack, and then you can enter on the other side. So like if I just threw my backpack under here real quick, that's classic Nemo, the fly doesn't go all the way down. I can come in on the other side and I've got this whole area to kind of squeeze into and maybe puff up my pad or throw things around or just sit and dry off. That's just another difference between tents and hammocks. A hammock, I got a huge rain fly over it. In a tent, and of course a hammock, typically I have a little bit more thicker material in my hammock stuff because it's just a rain fly. I can afford to go a little thicker. But you look at this and, you know, just, I don't know if somebody at some point here might have just got that caught somewhere, or if that's a manufacturer thing, or wonderful people at the companies that make these. So good companies. I mean, you get something, hey man, my fly is bad, they'll switch it out. Of course REI's got that good, so you can tie it down better to the ground here. It's a pretty cool tent. So I was gonna get the one person, which would just be kind of walled off and a little skinnier, but REI was out. Moose Jaw and some other places had the one. There is a 3-person too. If I was seriously like camping with, I don't know, another person, like sharing the tent, even if she was close, or he or Sasquatch, I don't know that I would opt for the 3-person. It's pretty, you know, somebody real close. But hey, if you're traveling across the whole country, whatever, ounces are ounces. I think the 1-person was like 4 ounces, 5 ounces less weight than this. I don't know what the 3-person is. The wonderful thing about this tent is how it packs, and I have been pressing companies to make their tents fit into smaller bags. Some call it bike packing. I like to call it backpack friendly. When you roll this tent up, it fits in, it's about, you know, without having it rolled up, it's smaller pack size, and it's about the pack size of this pad. It's a little wider. It's like 7 inches by 3 inches by a foot long, which fits either direction in that little backpack. Oh, some things. This is pretty nice. You can put your phone up there. Here's a diffuser, you know, if you want to show out some orange light, chase off the mosquitoes. See, I have some visitors up here. Yeah, I'd climb in. I've been pouring, I don't know, grading rocks, busting out weeds, doing all kinds of stuff. I've just got my foam Mountain Laurel Designs pad thrown under it in the traffic zone to kind of protection it, for some protection under it. You can get a footprint. I think the major difference between this and Big Agnes 2, the competitor, is the you know, the fly comes to the ground and you can do that footprint only thing, you know, take out the mesh, blah blah blah. I'm talking too much. Who knows, maybe somebody will want one of these or something. Incredibly light. It's, don't get me wrong, you know, it'll be easy on it. I don't know who did this, but you know, you don't go setting it up in some sticky dead pine trees or something. But that thing is light. I mean, it's like the size of a football, and it almost feels like a football. It's so light. Oh yeah, it's got its own pretty cool stakes, but I've got my carbon fiber TSA resistant Z-Pack stakes holding it right now. Again, you can stake that sucker down, you know, if you get it here, you can get it here. Just get some little Velcro things here and there that connect the fly to the pole body so it doesn't blow away. Is easy. And I did talk to the companies about the different designs, and Nemo here just mentioned that As far as the one pole in the back compared to the two, if the winds come from all directions, they said the 2-pole one did a little better, the completely freestanding, but in general these are, you know, close to the same performing tents. So yeah, pretty cool.